Hey guys, so this week's video I'm going to be making a 2017 reflection video. Last year I did something very similar for 2016. If you haven't seen that, the video will be right here. If not, that's cool too. I am really excited for this just because these videos are some of my favorite. I love to see where I was and where God has taken me over a year. It's really cool to see like your own growth and just to see like God's hand in your life and just like being intentional with like going back and just thanking Him for all of the amazing things that He's done. So I'm really excited for this video. If you did see my video from last year, you know that I had a tough 2016. I definitely had a rough year where I had to deal with a lot of changes, and I am a person who sucks at changes. I definitely don't react well to change. I get scared, I get sad, I get anxiety, I'm just not great with change. And so last year I had a lot of changes go through my church, and because I depended on my church for spiritual like empowerment, or I depended on my church and people for like my own joy and my relationship with God, I definitely had a rough year because of that. And even in my own home, when I would try to like connect with God, I couldn't do so because I felt so spiritually dry. And just last year was a rough year, and so it's really cool to see how much I've changed, or my life has changed since last year, and how much God has definitely grown me, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And so before I do, I definitely want to say sorry because it's really echoey in here. I just moved into my new apartment, and so there's no furniture yet. And two, I am very sick because of how cold it is in Florida right now. This random cold front hit, and my house is like 60 degrees and I can barely breathe or talk, or just I sound like a, gosh, that cough just sounded so stupid. But I just sound like a really old lady, so bear with me. Ooh. But anywho, let's get started. 2017 has been an amazing year because I've learned to be more intentional in almost every aspect of my life. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned about what makes me sad and why it makes me sad. I've learned what makes me thrive. And just because of knowing those small things, it helps you, it helps me personally, helps me be more intentional with like not allowing myself to feel sad or to feel heavy, and just things that I spoke about last year where like I would be sad for no reason. Like this year I learned to like know why I'm feeling sad and how to stop it, because sometimes I would feel sad for not big reasons. It would be something small and that would weigh on my heart and would affect me for a whole day just because I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was that I was feeling. And so this year has been great because I've challenged myself to be better, and I've grown my relationship with God so much. I've challenged myself to read more books and listen to more podcasts and worship more on my own time. My free time has become more of like getting to know myself and getting to know God and strengthening that. And thankfully, like God has shown me so much about myself, and He has allowed me to have like this spiritual strength that I don't think I realized I had last year. And He's definitely allowed me to see the value and the worth in myself. And this year I've been able to take that and like use it in every aspect of my life. And so this year was awesome because I was able to take that into my blog. I allowed myself to manage my time better. Last year I had so many insecurities and I focused so much on creating content that I wasn't writing the content I wanted to. This year I started to write what was on my heart. I changed my name from Evelyn Smiles to Fromevelynsheart because I wanted to challenge myself to write what was on my heart and write what God was doing in my life. I wanted my blog to be deeper than just clothing. And I'm so thankful because God allowed me this year to stop being so afraid of doing what I wanted to do. So I definitely haven't gotten to where I want to be with my blog. Like I still obviously have moments where like I wish I would write more of what I'm feeling, but thankfully this year I still have gotten that extra step where like I'm challenging myself more to write what's truly on my heart. My blog has also grown in other ways where I have allowed myself to manage my time to the point where I can treat it like a job, and I post once a day on Instagram. I post twice a week on my YouTube channel, as you can see. that has helped me so much in growing my blog, and I've worked with companies that I've never thought I worked with before. I worked with Forever 21, Paxson, Charlotte Russe, and it's just been such a crazy, awesome year in that aspect. I'm so thankful for all the opportunities I've gotten this year. I've also grown in the fact that I have challenged myself to step out of my comfort zone and try to connect more with not only companies, but with actual bloggers. And I don't know, people don't really know this unless you're like really close to me, but I am definitely more on the introverted side, and I do not like reaching out to people. I get so much anxiety with thinking about like asking someone to hang out, and especially someone I don't know. But this year I know that like I wanted to make more friends in the blogging community, so I challenged myself to reach out to people, and I've made so many new friends, which is really exciting because having friends that do what you love is so encouraging. And so that was a big change for me this year. Outside of blogging, a lot of other new things have happened in 2017. I got engaged. I also got married. That's not something that I've really told anyone yet, besides my family and my husband's family, but I will not talk too much about that right now. I'm gonna make a whole nother video later explaining the whole thing. I also got a new job in 2017. I moved into my own apartment, and there's been so many good things happening this year. And I can only say right now that like I can tell that God has a bigger plan than I ever imagined in my life. Last year, I definitely saw God's goodness through a really messy and hard year. And this year, I've seen God's goodness in an amazing year where like I have spiritually gotten a lot healthier, and I've seen God's hand in so many aspects of my life. And I'm so thankful because even though I don't necessarily know my future, and I didn't last year, I would have never known I would have been where I am today. I just love knowing that I trust in God's plan, and that His plan is bigger, His plan is stronger, His plan is so good. And I love being able to see just His work. I love seeing that He is there and He's allowing my life to thrive. And I'm so excited for 2018 because I know He has so many good things planned in my life, with my new job, with my new marriage, and just like seeing where He's gonna take all of those things excites me so much. So I can't wait to share with you guys next year all the awesome things He's going to be doing. I hope that everybody had an amazing 2017 and had an awesome New Year's Eve. I hope that you guys have a great 2018 as well, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe for videos every 2 weeks, and my social media links will be in the description bar, so don't forget to follow me there as well. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.